probably wondering what a material scientist is doing on the stage of Mobile World Congress, a digital connectivity event. Give me a few minutes and I'll tell you why. Look around you. We are material beings living in a world of materials. Everything around you, everything that you touch and you feel is made of matter. The stage, the phones you're holding, these walls, the grass you walk on, everything is made of matter. Material science is the art of decoding, engineering, and manipulating matter to make better versions of the materials that we have. And every time humanity has mastered the art of a certain class of materials, there has been a leap in human civilization. Think of this, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, the Age of Steel, which has given us these magnificent cities with these skyscrapers and these bridges. The Age of Aluminum, which has given us air travel, and the Age of Silicon, the single material that is the foundation of our digital modern era. So the question is, what is the next chapter for humanity? What is the next era? And what are the materials that are going to be enabling that next leap for humanity? And that is why I'm here today talking to you about frontier materials, the materials of the 21st century. Materials like quantum materials, low-dimensional materials, layered intelligent materials, biomimicking materials, 2D materials, materials like graphene, the one atomic layer of carbon, the thinnest and strongest material we have ever seen. 50,000 times thinner than your hair and 200 times stronger than its equivalent weight in steel. Materials that are already enabling technologies like transparent biosensor tattoos that can measure your EKG and your heart rate. You can't see them. Where did that go? It's okay, you don't have to see that. But I wanted to show you something there. Let me see if I can have it play. Forget about that, we're telling a story, nobody cares. So, we have so many other technologies. We have these kidneys, wearable kidneys. We have these brain interfaces that are enabled by materials. But the most interesting thing is that as we are mastering, as we're studying, as we are manipulating these materials, we have no idea the true extent of the change that they're going to be bringing us. No idea, we cannot fathom. Think of this. 6 or 7 decades ago, on that fateful day in Bell Labs, when the first silicon transistor was introduced, did we ever think that it was going to be giving birth to all of this? Well, you cannot see my screen, so you don't know what you're seeing. But all of our digital infrastructure that we have right now, it's because of our mastery over one material. With the same token, we do not know what frontier materials are going to be enabling and what is going to be the future with that. But we know whatever it is going to be, it's going to be truly transformational. But you know what? We are at Mobile World Congress, a digital connectivity event, and the theme of this year is Connected Impact. So even though we cannot fathom really how these materials are going to be changing our history, let's give it a try. Let's imagine how these materials can change the future of connectivity. But before we do that, I want you to do something for me. Do something for me. Close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes, and I know you're wearing a mask, I'm asking you to close your eyes. Do this for me. Close your eyes. What is the pinnacle of connectivity? It is man becoming one with the universe. It is man becoming one with his surrounding. To become one with our surrounding, to become one with the world around us, we need to create a bridge between us and the world around us, the objects around us. We need to create a bridge between our brain, which is connected to our body already, so we got that covered. We're a connected system. We need to create a bridge between our brain and the objects around us, the construct around us that we have made sentient. I'm gonna give it another try to see if we can actually see anything. Oh, now it's working. So, hey, I was talking about the brain. There it is. The essence of this connectivity is in a physical phenomena called conductivity. Conductivity is what allows the transfer between two states, the transfer between two beings, the transfer of electrons, energy, information. It is the basis of sensing, acting, reacting. And that is why the next generation of conductive, atomically thin, interfacial sensorial materials are going to give us the next leap in making things around us sentient. It's going to give us a next leap in ultimate connectivity. It's going to be enabling us to make every glass, every window in every building in the world conductive using these materials, where they do not only harvest and store their own energy, but they can actually sense us. They can interact with us. What if our bottles and what if our glasses, drinking glasses, could tell us the composition of the drinks that we're having, and based on our mental state on that day and our physical being, it changed the temperature of the drink that we're having? What if we could make the human hair conductive? A sensory extension of our body and our mind that could store information and transmit information. What if the buildings of the future made of these materials could not only tell us about every crack, every chip in the paint, every problem, every strain in the building, every component of the building, but that they could sense us, that they could move physically and structurally as we thought? And what if we could connect to the trees? What if we could create a seamless bridge between us and the trees, where we could feel what the trees are feeling, the trees could communicate with us, and we could communicate with the trees? It's already happening to a certain extent. Frontier materials are truly the building blocks of a different kind of future. They are one of the most powerful tools that we have at our fingertips at this juncture of history to build a different world. The problem is that currently there exists no concerted global efforts, no organized momentum, no strategic initiative to use the materials of the future to build a different world for tomorrow. And that is until today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to be announcing on this prestigious stage the launch of our newest initiative, Puzzle X.
Puzzle X, the first collision grounds of frontier materials and sustainable development goals. What is the biggest puzzle of the 21st century? It is how to build a better, more sustainable future for the people and the planet. But how do we use the materials of the future to build the next generation of technologies for a better world? That is a tall order. But what if? What if we created the first interception point of materials deep tech, vision, venture, and impact? A vibrant global event connecting the bleeding edge of science, startups, deep tech innovation, and inspiration, strategy for the design of a new world. And what if we combine that with a venture builder? A year-round ecosystem generator building startups, audacious technologies, jobs, and endless opportunities. What if we created the first frontier material hub in the world right here in Barcelona? What if we use the materials of the future to help our world today?
The beauty of Puzzle X is in the extraordinary partnerships that have given birth to it. It's a joint venture of AMPT, Fear de Barcelona, and Mobile World Capital. And with the founding membership and the vision of forward-looking municipalities and government, the government of Spain, Generalitat of Catalonia, and Barcelona City Hall, and many other cross-sector organizations that have all come together to create a new tech sector and global leadership right here in Barcelona. And you in this audience, no matter what field or what sector you are in, we are all material stakeholders because of the technologies that are enabled by materials. You hold a piece of this puzzle. For the first time, we're creating a frontier material hub in the world where we can come together, bring our pieces of the puzzle, and paint a different picture for humanity. And with that, I would like to conclude. But I want to leave you with this one thing. Imagine a better world for us and for our children. A world with no sickness, where our loved ones are not taken away from us before they should. A world with no hunger, with no poverty, with no digital divide, with no conflict over dwindling energy resources. The power to use these materials to create that future lies in the palms of our hands. We are making a commitment to help build that next chapter for humanity. The question is, will you be joining us to build that legacy? Thank you.